grew up walking on shattered glass. You learn to read a room instantly. You sense subtle shifts in tone immediately. You spot hidden anger before anyone speaks. A slight facial twitch tells you everything. Society dismisses this as mere hypervigilance. Therapists call it a painful trauma response. They hand you pills to numb the noise. They beg you to lower your guard. They are completely and fundamentally wrong. You are not a broken human being. Your mind is not malfunctioning at all. You possess an elite cognitive upgrade. We call this trait traumatic intelligence. Chaos forced your brain to adapt rapidly. You developed a military-grade psychological radar. Pain literally rewired your entire nervous system. You hold an undeniable evolutionary advantage. Society lied about your survival skills. They labeled your sharp instincts a disorder. Let us look at evolutionary psychology. A perfectly safe environment breeds laziness. Comfort creates a slow and sluggish mind. A chaotic home forces a radical mutation. Danger demands absolute mental optimization. Your amygdala is the ultimate threat detector. Fear fused it to your prefrontal cortex. You did not lose your childhood innocence. Your brain became a human lie detector. You process behavioral data at terrifying speeds. You outpace 99% of the population. Your survival once depended on this speed. You map exit routes without even thinking. You memorize footsteps echoing in the hall. You study breathing patterns in absolute silence. Ordinary people miss these crucial microsignals. They float through life completely blind. You scan every environment like an apex predator. Your trauma gave you a literal sixth sense. It is a profound form of genius. Most intellectuals rely entirely on rigid logic. You rely on raw biological algorithms. You feel malicious intent inside your gut. A fake smile triggers your internal alarms. A forced laugh makes your skin crawl. You decode passive-aggressive text messages instantly. You see the hidden dagger behind compliments. This is not paranoia playing cruel tricks. This is high-level pattern recognition at work. Your brain stores thousands of threat profiles. It matches new faces to old monsters. It calculates risk in a fraction of a second. No textbook can teach this dark wisdom. No university grants degrees in survival intuition. You earned this intelligence in the dark trenches. The scars on your psyche are actual medals. Stop apologizing for your ruthless situational awareness. Stop letting weak people invalidate your reality. They gaslight you to protect their hidden secrets. They hate how easily you expose them. Your piercing gaze strips away their masks. You see their hollow souls with absolute clarity. This terrifies the average civilian mind. They want you blind and vulnerable again. Refuse to surrender your greatest mental weapon. It is time to harness this raw power. Welcome to the Cold Audit Protocol. This is your new operational framework. First, you must stop suppressing your gut feelings. Do not force yourself into false calmness. Anxiety is often just unverified intelligence data. When you meet someone new, stay entirely silent. Let them fill the quiet air with their words. Watch their hands carefully as they speak. Track where their eyes dart under pressure. If your internal radar spikes sharply, you must listen. Never give anyone the benefit of the doubt. That toxic habit nearly destroyed you before. Trust your biological algorithm without any hesitation. You owe absolutely no one an instant connection. Step back and initiate a psychological lockdown phase. Observe their actions from a cold distance. Track their behavior for exactly 72 hours. Look for tiny cracks in their charming facade. Compare their grand promises to their actual follow-through. Note exactly how they treat people below them. Watch their reaction to a tiny, strict boundary. A hidden narcissist will flare with sudden rage. A genuine person will respect your physical space. Silence your empathy entirely during this testing period. Empathy is a luxury reserved for the proven few. Right now, you are a cold, forensic investigator. Strip away your pathetic desire to be liked. Focus purely on harvesting raw psychological data. Silently categorize them into two distinct boxes. They are either a verified tactical asset, or they are an active biological threat. Assets earn a very slow path into your life. Threats face an immediate and solid iron wall. You cut them off without a single warning. You owe them zero explanation for your sudden absence. You vanish like a phantom in the night. This protocol protects your vital energy reserves perfectly. It keeps emotional vampires locked safely outside forever. You finally take complete control of your environment. You dictate exactly who enters your inner sanctuary. Your traumatic intelligence becomes an impenetrable titanium shield. Nobody will ever blindside your mind again. Wielding this radar carries a very heavy toll. You now see everyone's true hidden motives. The world begins to look incredibly fake. Every social interaction feels like a cheap stage play. You watch friends lie to each other effortlessly. You realize how rare genuine loyalty actually is. This profound clarity brings a crushing wave of isolation. You sit entirely alone in a crowded room. You crave depth in a completely shallow world. You carry the heavy burden of the high IQ curse. You see right through the hollow illusions of society. It is time to discover the depressing reality of seeing through fake people.